Hi, welcome to Le Tour de Finance Italy Autumn 2023. These are the interviews that I'm holding with the experts that have come here today to speak to people in the Abruzzo and Marche areas. We are today at Castello Semivicoli in Abruzzo, and we are holding these interviews in the cantina, as you can see. The person that I've got sat by my side here is Stefania Falcone from Currencies Direct to talk about everything to do with foreign exchange and moving your money around from one place to another. Again, I've got a list of questions here, which I'm going to fire away, and I'm going to let her answer. Thanks for coming, Stefania. Much appreciated.
It's my pleasure.
So here we go. These are the questions that I find that people are asking me the most in general, or when I'm having conversations with you. You ask me these things, and I want to put them to the experts on your behalf so that you can get the answers that you're looking for. So, I know you're going to hate me doing this, but I'm going to name drop another company here.
Okay, let's go ahead.
I think I have to do. So, one thing that people want to know is what makes you different? What makes Currencies Direct different from a company like Wise?
Okay, perfect. So the main difference is obviously we all do the same job, so we all exchange currency. The difference and the thing that only Currencies Direct has is a personal service. So we have actually customer service and dedicated account manager for each client.
Okay, great.
So things that you can't do with Wise or with another company is maybe you send your money and after 2 days you see that your transfer has not reached your wallet. If this happened with Currencies Direct, you could just call your account manager and we would be able, to just trace your payment and think if it's been stuck with an intermediary bank or if it's on all by compliance. While with this company, with other companies, you can't do that because there's no another person.
Online, presumably.
It's everything online, yes. So that means that you just have to wait.
Okay.
And plus, you can actually go on Trustpilot and have an idea. A lot of time happen that maybe due to compliance issues, the money gets stuck or is just on hold. So a lot of companies, the online companies, don't really have a big compliance team. So that means that you can just wait up to a month to actually see where your money is or understand why the money is on hold. Whereas we have a big compliance team, so usually 24, 48 hours at most, we can actually contact the client and say, look, we need this document or the money is on hold for this reason, can you please provide this?
Okay.
And it's obviously it's nice as a client because I think we all do the same. With money or with whatever we purchase. It's nice to have a customer service and where you can actually address your questions and your doubts.
So are you client facing as well? So you're dealing with clients every day?
Yes, I deal as well with clients, and I understand, especially in Italy, for example, with Italian clients that are buying in the UK, for example, or in the US. Obviously, Italian people are not really familiar with currency exchange, so they always have doubts. Is that safe? Where is my money going? What happens if?
See that a lot culturally.
So when you can actually speak to a client in his own language, because actually we speak Italian, we have French, Spanish team, English team, Indian team, American team. Yes, we speak up to
Global
16
operation.
different languages. So we understand that clients, especially when dealing with money, want to speak in their own language because this makes them feel safe.
Okay, great. Okay, good. Well, that's good. That's what I wanted to know. I'm going to stay on the topic of Wise. Okay, because I'll be honest, I don't follow this massively myself, but from my understanding is that Wise actually charge clients for holding money on deposit. I presume that is correct. And my question, I guess, is that right? Do Currencies Direct do the same?
So I think that, yes, that Wise charges a fee on deposit from a certain amount.
Okay.
So I don't think it's on small amounts.
Right.
Anyway, in Currencies Direct, we don't do that. So the client can actually leave the money in the wallet. Like, for example, if he's buying in the UK, he can send euros to the wallet and leave the money there until obviously the market moves in his favor.
Okay.
And we don't charge any commission. So the money is 100% guaranteed in his wallet.
Right.
Obviously, we keep it in segregated bank accounts, so they are separated from our money, from our company money. And yes, but we don't charge any fee.
Okay. I've got to be honest, right? In the times that my clients have used you, the interesting thing is, one of my sort of observations is normally they've, like say UK, Europe, right? Italian banks from a UK bank. And what I found is that they'd sent it from the UK bank in the morning and it had arrived in their Italian bank in the afternoon, which I thought was phenomenal, because if you try and do it bank to bank, I don't know how many days you would have to wait to do that. But I guess this comes back to this sort of client segregated account business, global operation is why it can move so quickly, and the access that you've got to all the different markets. That's right, yeah.
Yeah, obviously, and also because basically clients don't send, when they send money from the UK, for example, to Italy, they don't really send money to our account in Italy. We have in-country's bank account,
Sure.
so they make a bank transfer or they pay with debit card anyway. They send the funds to our bank account in the UK, and then we release the euros from our euro account in Europe. So this makes it everything.
So from an Italian bank's point of view, it's coming from another Italian bank.
It's coming from a European bank, which is in Germany in this case.
Okay.
But if it was the other way around, like from euro to pound, we have a bank account in Italy. So the client actually sends euro to Italy, and then we release the sterling amount from the UK to the UK. This allows us to do it pretty quickly.
Well, very quick by the sounds of it. Okay. Third question, so we'll get off with the subject of your competitors here, because obviously we don't want to talk too long about them. Are you seeing, I mean, I know you can't say, because we know currencies move, and, like just in this conversation, they've probably moved, like every second or something. So I'm not trying to pin you down to give a predictions or anything, but in general, in terms of trends or movements, GBP, USD and Euro primarily, are you seeing any sort of, more exchange happening in one market between one market and another? Is there any, do you see it? Obviously, most of our clients have got USD and GBP concerns. Any sort of information or, ideas in that sort of area in terms of currency movements or appreciation, depreciation, anything like that?
Of course. So, well, obviously, as you know, we can't really predict markets,
No, I understand.
especially because, as we all know, we are seeing extreme volatility over the last few years. The good thing is that pounds and euros are, considered the safe haven currency. So, so like in this case, look at the dollars now is like, I think it is 10-month higher value at the moment. Well, the US dollar euro exchange at least.
Right.
So we want to think that yes, that there will be keep being positive movement. Obviously, we don't know where the market will be in a few months, but at the moment we are seeing quite a positive situation, especially for US dollar to euro exchange.
Sterling, I guess Brexit to some degree has affected that. I mean, we saw the big sell-off after Brexit. It almost went to parity on the euro, I remember. And then it's kind of seems to be creeping back up though a bit, Yeah,
we just had a bad moment last year in September when it dropped, I think up to 110 or 111. That was a really bad moment. But now it has recovered, and summer has been really good. Pounds, the exchange pounds to euros being, quite in a good position.
Okay.
And this, basically moving between 115, 116, it got up to 118. Obviously, we don't see it coming back to pre-Brexit.
140, no, forget all that.
We all hope so, but...
Okay, fair enough. I won't pin you down anymore on that one. A technical thing from your side, these forward fixing contracts that Currencies Direct, I know they can do, so you can kind of monitor the exchange maybe that people are... So if somebody's wanting to exchange cash rather than doing it immediately at spot rate in that moment, you've got a sort of a monitoring facility to see if a better rate will come up by sort of forward fixing that. Can you just explain a little bit about that?
Yeah, so we have different options apart of the spot contract, which is the one you mentioned. So obviously exchanging money immediately at the current rate. So what we can do is, let's suppose that the rate is really good now, but a client is buying a property in 3 months, so it doesn't have all the full amount available now because maybe it's invested or is waiting for an inheritance. So what we can do is with a small deposit we can actually lock the rate in up to a year. So that means that if now the market is 116, for example, the client can actually lock the rate in, and if in 3 months when he's going to complete on the property the market will drop to 112 or 113, it will still be guaranteed the full amount, the purchase full amount for 116, for example.
I mean, obviously the flip side to that coin is that if the market goes against you, then you're going to lose. However, as you said, if it's a property purchasing arrangement or some sort of fixed expense arrangement, and you know what you're fixing into and you know what you're going to get, then it's much better for you rather than having to worry if the market's going to actually fall and the currencies are going to fall and
that is true. And also we have a dealing team, so basically our senior dealer get in touch with the client. What they can do if they don't want to do a forward contract, we have another kind of service. Basically the senior dealer monitors the market for them, the client in this case. So they are the first people that contact the client every week or every few days, just say, look, the market moved in your favor. Would you like to pre-buy the currency? Would you like to take advantage of this? Because obviously, if you have an amount available, with the market moving in your favor, you can actually buy more currency, more money. So you can, I don't know, afford a bigger property, or paying extra expenses.
No, exactly. The fees when you're buying a property in Italy.
That's the
fees.
thing. So
Okay. Great. Okay. Well, look, I'm going to wrap it up with a very simple question for you, because obviously this is one that people want to know about. Come on, let's say £10,000 into euros. Approximate costs for using Currencies Direct.
So we don't apply any fee to our service. So when you are giving a quote, when you're given a quote on the phone or on the app, the exact amount of euro that you see in the quote is the amount of euro that you will receive in your bank account in Italy. So there's no hidden fee, there's no hidden cost. Everything is So if we say it's a random amount, 8,500 or 8,600 euros, I'm just guessing.
Sure.
That is the exact amount that you will see in your Italian
so
bank
you're basically
account.
taking on the spread on the exchange.
Yeah, basically it's all into the into the exchange rate.
And that'll be calculated at the time based on, I guess, how much money they're obviously moving.
Yeah, of course. That's the thing. We don't have a fixed spread because we work on the live market, so it depends on what the market is in that moment. But both ways, so pounds into euros or euros into pounds, there's no fee or any charge at all.
Great, fantastic. Look, I want to thank you for coming all this way over to Abruzzo to do these interviews and participate in these events for me. Again, big thanks for coming over. This is the interview with Stefania Falcone from Currencies Direct, and I look forward to seeing you at the events.